Hey everyone, this is Dan bringing you the final tower in the 8-tower series of Ythryn Expanded. This is the Tower of Transmutation. The Tower of Transmutation is one of the puzzle towers, the other puzzle tower being the Tower of Conjuration. And this tower, there's probably going to be no combat at all. It's mostly figuring out this trial that the High Transmuter Metaltra set up to sort of weed out the weak transmuters in Ythryn. Characters are going to enter the tower through a hole on the upper floor, so they'll have to get there first. This isn't one of the towers that you just walk in through the front door. It takes a little bit to get into. And then they'll encounter a device that creates Magian, and then they'll have to figure out this puzzle to access a secret vault below the Tower of Transmutation so that they can get the right of the Arcane Octad. So let's go into a session of Foundry Virtual Tabletop and take a look at the way that I've set this up, and I'll walk through it a little more. Okay, so here we have the Tower of Transmutation. I've got the profile view that comes with the PDF here, somewhat for my reference, but if things get a little squirrely, I might show it to my players just so that they understand what's going on. I'm going to be moving around Bielsk here. So the Tower of Transmutation starts actually on one of the upper floors here. You're going to enter in through the second floor, or the floor above the ground floor. Once players find a way to get in there, they enter in through here and they see these weird dolls on the ground, and they can search them and try to figure out what's going on. It doesn't really reveal itself until they enter through here. Here they find a dead person, as well as a petrified elf. This is actually a drow who is trying to mess with this Magian creating machine. This tower creates a way to actually let the players use the Create Magian spell, which I believe is a 7th level spell. And the players normally in Rime and the Frostbane wouldn't get access to this cool spell. So this tower gives them a chance to actually use it and get a Magian for themselves. So they got to figure out how to use this machine. There are some consequences for trying to pick it, but there's a cabinet of Quicksilver here. If they search, they can find some of the reagents to do that Create Magian spell. So then Bielsk opens up this door and he looks down towards the bottom floor. So right now Bielsk is standing on this floor, looking out of this door down at this transmutation symbol on the floor. So I'm going to move Bielsk down here. He's going to use a rope maybe and come down to here. So what this is now, we're going to look at the profile view. Bielsk needs to raise up this this square. This square is a square with a punched out square in the middle, and the way that the trial is meant to be done is that wizards would levitate it up to the ceiling and press it into the ceiling where there's a pressure plate, and then this would create a pass wall spell that would allow access to the vault below the Tower of Transmutation. When this happens, this transmutation symbol goes under the effect of a pass wall spell, so this allows access down to the vault. However, and we're going to assume Bielsk has a wizard friend to make this easy, although if Bielsk didn't have a wizard friend, he might have to figure out how to climb up to the roof and press this pressure plate. Maybe he would make a Magian. One of the Magian can fly, so that would help him press the pressure plate. But when the pressure plate is pressed, a reverse gravity spell is enacted. And in Foundry here, I can flip this to help guide myself or my players. And Bielsk is going to fall all the way to the ceiling, which could be rough for Bielsk if he's in the wrong spot. Dynamic lighting wasn't set up quite right there, but he'll have to find a way now to climb up to the ceiling here to get into the vault where the pass wall spell is. The vault itself is not under the effect of reverse gravity, so once he gets in here, gravity shifts again so that he can sift around through the treasure In the vault, you'll find the right of the Arcane Octad line, and a lot of treasure that you might want to loot. If he spends too much time down here, though, he might get trapped. And the players will have to figure out what to do about that. There's a couple ways to resolve that. Also in the tower are two optional NPCs. There's Luminous and Timesworth, a sentient clock and a sentient candelabra that can provide tips or a little comic relief for the tower, but again, that might be too silly for your campaign. You can feel free to totally leave them out. The tower runs just fine without them. They're just there for entertainment or troubleshooting. So that's the Tower of Transmutation, and from here, players may go to one of the nearby towers, either Abjuration or Illusion perhaps, or maybe they're done at this point and they're heading to the Spire of Irilarthos to annex the right of the Arcane Octad. You can find the Tower of Transmutation on DM's Guild by searching Tower of Transmutation. And here you can see some more previews, as well as all the other towers. You can pick up the full bundle to save some money. Okay, thanks for watching. After you finish Ythryn, you might be looking for another campaign. I've started writing for Wild Beyond the Witchlight, and my first title is Inside Slanty Tower. I've also got another one called The Watcher's Pool. If you're interested in more adventures and running Wild Beyond the Witchlight, be sure to check these out too. Thanks.